What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB. Once again, big shout out to my doggy 31BT for coming through and boosting up the coin. So, bash. We got some wiggy news for the masses right now regarding Anthony Johnstewart and Fake the Cake Dinner Lady Bingo Wings looking ass Paul. Okay, Eggy Hearn has said the following. This is from TalkSport, leaked exclusively to the YB. Eggy Hearn provides shocking Anthony Johnstewart versus Fake the Cake Paul update after Turki Alalshikh meeting. Now, before we get to the actual quotes from Eggy, this came out when? It must have been before the weekend, before Shakur and Zapeda and Amza before Amza had a go on Bumlanga. The Ring magazine put this out. Fake Paul linked up with Turki Alalshikh on Wednesday in New York. Now, this is quite controversial in itself. They was beefing. I'm sure they was beefing at one point. That was it. Canelo was supposed to be fighting Fake Paul. Turki said, hey man, that's fake. We're not doing that. We're not doing no more rigged fights. We're not embarrassing our champions no more. Just because Mike Tuckeyson sold out and bumped the YB's bread. That's what he did. I think, what did I have, a 50 piece or was it 100? I don't know, it was some extraordinary amount of taxpayers' money I had on the line for that fight. That's what we're doing it for a fact, man. I'm sorry to the taxpayer, man. You man are grafting for that bread and I'm just blowing it all on Bet365, man. That was truly wicked of the YB, man. I'm a sinner, what can I say? Anyway, they was beefing. Fake Paul was pissed off because apparently they had a term sheet that was signed or something like that. Certainly they were at that stage of signing term sheets. Canelo admitted he was about to sign it. Canelo said, hey Turkey, if you ain't going to give me some, if you're not going to put me on with a bigger, more fight deal, I need to fight again, so why not let it be Fake the Cake Paul? Turkey stepped in and we got the Stinko de Mayo, William Skull debacle. That's what we got. And 2-2s, and this is the thing I do like about Turkey. And Eggy Hearn, to some extent, Turkey's the ultimate, yeah? What I mean by that is, Turkey, he care about business, man. Eggy was an extent, or there's levels, right? Frank Warren was the dinosaur who, he'd really be bitter. And he'd do whatever he could not to work with people. So it's similar really to Bob Arum. Eggy came in, he was more willing to work with people. That is the truth. Now, he had beef with Frank Warren, but I'm pretty sure, I think James DeGale, way back when, he fought on a PBC show, and Eggy wouldn't have loads of his fighters in contracts. He'd go on a fight-by-fight basis. He was happy for you to make money on an up. Dillian White, for example, he's happy. If you can make money somewhere else, go there. And Eggy still keeps that. Frank's never been like that. If Frank's got you under contract, you'll never work again, day in your life, without cutting him, without giving him his drink, right? If you ain't giving Frank Warren his drink, you ain't working again, yeah? On God, you ain't working again. That's the case with Frank Warren. Turkey comes in, he has these little beefs. Who else did he have? He was beefing with Fake Paul. He also had a beef with someone else. Who was it? And I was shocked. I thought they was beefing. I can't remember now, but there's been a few little things. But in the end, it's all kind of banter, and that's what it really should be, man. Let's get this thing going. And I think, yes, Turkey cucked the fans of seeing Canelo versus Fake Paul. But what Turkey's good at, he's good at getting what he wants. Pause. Yeah? Turkey gets what he wants. El Papitos, he getting his. And what I mean by that is, whilst I was pissed off in the time, why ain't he fighting Canelo? I want to see Fake Paul get punched up by Carrot Top. Truthfully, thinking about it now, thinking about how lackluster Carrot Top is, right? I don't know what happens there with Fake Paul. And God forbid Fake Paul punch up Canelo. And he wouldn't punch him up, but God forbid Canelo wins like 5 rounds against Fake Paul. That would suck. I'd rather not watch it. And maybe Turkey was kind of half onto that. But the point is now, whether or not Turkey planned it, if he's getting back in the mix with Fake Paul, Turkey might be that guy who's like, yeah, Fake Paul, we can do a big show. Yeah, I'm putting you in there with Jar Stinker, for example. There's, we'll do some business, all right. You can fight Jar Pataya for the Cruiserweight World Championship. Ooh. You see what I mean? That'll be a play from Turkey. Because I don't even like Jai Patai, but since he's fighting 4-foot bridge trolls anyway, he might as well punch up fake Paul. Oh, that'll be the first Jai stinker fight I watch as well. Yeah? And I'll be backing Jai Patai as well to punch this little gremlin up. Because he would get punched up. Or Ramirez. Ramirez will punch him up as well. Anyway, that's not the point of today. We're talking about Eggy Hearn and Anthony Johnstewart. So this just sets the scene here. Turkey don't fly a man out for nothing. Pause. You don't fly a man out for nothing, right? There's some sort of business, cash or kind going on, right? So fake Paul's in the mix. Why? Usually they're talking business is what they're doing. What business? Well, Eggy Hearn expands here. Eggy Hearn claims Turki Alalshikh is open to staging AJ versus fake Paul. Alalshikh recently held a shock meeting with Paul in Riyadh, Saudi. Oh, in Riyadh? I thought it was in New York. Oh. Either way, it don't matter where it is. That's even more. That's even more leading if it's in Saudi, because fake Paul, he might just be knocking around in New York anyway. If the meeting was in Saudi, then literally Turkey's flown him in. Yeah, come meet my family. Let's do some business. So that's good. The pair haven't seen eye to eye in the past, but they look to let bygones be bygones. Blah 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 blah. Paul is on the hunt for a next opponent after punching up Julio Cesar Coquez Jr. Oh, where's Eggy Hearn's quotes, man? Here we go. Here's Eggy Hearn's quotes. Directly from the Eggman. The Egg Master. Yeah? The Egg in Chief. He says, yeah, there have been discussions. I was with His Turbulency yesterday. Obviously, he'd met fake Paul. I think he would like to do it, you know, but it's mad enough to happen. But he's mad enough. Okay, whatever. It's not something we expected. It's not something we're targeting. If it's offered to us, I would be shocked if AJ didn't accept it. Why wouldn't you? The plan for us is to fight Tyson Fury next year. If we can squeeze in fake Paul along the way and you guys want AJ to end this whole process, he'll gladly do it. Listen, man, there's never... Honestly, it might sound silly of me, but AJ and Fury are washed up. Honestly. It sounds mad, yeah, but if I had to pick a fight I want to see, honestly. So maybe fake Paul's done his job. That's what he's... But I'm never going to pay for a pay-per-view, so it won't matter in that sense. But in theory, though, if I had to pick a fight, AJ versus fake Paul or AJ versus Fury, I'm taking fake Paul first, honestly. And I think it makes more sense to treat strategically as well. Why? Well, AJ just got knocked out in his last fight. Let's say, for example, AJ looks good against Fury and or wins. Fake Paul's going to be much less inclined to take that fight. At this point, fake Paul might actually be dumb enough to take the fight with AJ. And it's a good warm up. AJ's going to want to warm up anyway. I'm not against a warm up. I'm not going to. What's the word? I'm not going to make out it's a rebuild. He needs a warm up. Ain't going to hurt him. Some plumber. And why not let it be fake Paul? Do massive numbers on Netflix. It might end up being one of AJ's biggest paydays in his career. Why not? And it does a public service as well. And honestly, who has a better chance of beating fake Paul, Canelo or AJ? You'd have to go with AJ. Canelo's small, end of the day. He is small, and his feet are lazy. Yeah, and fake Paul does like to run. He does like to run. Whereas AJ, I can't... So what chance is fake Paul going to have? AJ is going to look like... Fake Paul's a 175 pounder, honestly. If he was serious about boxing, he'd be 175. AJ is going to look like his daddy in there, man. Honestly. There's nothing fake Paul going to be able to do. You can say, oh, AJ's chinny. Fake Paul won't be able to hit him. You see what I mean? Yeah? Dubois is a big old world championship level heavyweight oaf who's been doing this. Fake Paul won't know what's going on. Fake Paul's never been in there with a man his own size. In fact, he has once and got boxed up. And Tommy Fury's no good. Never mind AJ. AJ's a world championship level class heavyweight boxer. Fake Paul's never been in there with a top 50 rank heavyweight. Has he? Never mind nothing else. Whereas Canelo, he ain't got... Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather see AJ in there. Plus, there's more of a narrative in as much as, oh, fake Paul could knock AJ out. There'd be no narrative that fake Paul's going to knock Canelo out. Fake Paul couldn't knock out Mike Tyson. 50,000 trillion year old. He was so old. We did a video the other day. He had dementia and Parkinson's. Oh, the toad cured it. No, it didn't. Yeah? No, it didn't. What are you lying for? You fought an old, sick man. You freak. He's a freak, man, in the worst way as well. Not even like a female. You ain't, listen, Fake Paul, you ain't even freaky like a female. We all like freaky females. You just a freak, okay? Weird looking ass dude punching up some old man. And listen, Mike Tyson has responsibility. Or does he though? I'm not sure. If you've got Parkinson's, I think you lose your responsibility as such, right? They sign that away. Once you have Parkinson's, you can't even make decisions for yourself. Your family have to do it, so you can't even blame Mike, to tell the truth. Anyway, let's get this far, man. Turkey, make it do what it do, man. Make it do what it do. And let me see Johnston. Just all I asked of Turkey, all I'm asking from Turkey, don't let this be a cabal scam on the masses, man. And I'm not putting that past people. I'm sorry. This Fake Paul cat, man. Yeah, the Fake Paul cat. Alalshikh and Turkey, allegedly some of them, man, as well. They down with the team, man. They down with the J squad. So I don't know if it's a big cabal scam, man. I'll tell you this now for free. If Fake Paul beat AJ, it's a scam. I don't give a you always say it's a scam. No, it would be for sure. Same as if he beats Opataya or Ramirez. It's all a scam. It can't be real. It can't. Oh yeah, he's learning. You got a lot of these pro boxers hanging out the back of Fake Paul now because they're trying to get commentary jobs on the next Katie Taylor vs Serrano 4 type one. They say, oh no, he's improving, and is he? Yeah, let's have a proper fight with a proper athlete in your own weight class who's not 50. Yeah, and AJ will be that guy. But if Fake Paul won, it will be fake. That is, I don't give a. You can say, oh, YB. I don't give Fake Paul even a 0.1% chance in a real fight. Sorry. That's not even extreme. I don't see how. What's he going to do? His feet ain't even that good. AJ's got better feet than... AJ's feet might look a bit off-key against Dubois coming at him. Who's the last guy Fake Paul came at? Fake Paul couldn't even knock out Nate Diaz. 170-pounder. Spicehead. Nate Diaz is a spicehead, man. He'd be on the spice. Come on. A 40-year-old mixed martial arts spicehead. You couldn't even knock him out. You couldn't knock out Chavez. Right? A 168-pound El Coquito. Yeah. El Sniffito. Come on, man. You can't even handle El Sniffito. What are you joking? Johnston will do him serious harm, which makes me believe it's never going to be Johnston. Ever. Is it? And if it was Johnston, it will be rigged like you'd never seen before. If you thought the Mike Tyson fight was bad, just wait until you see Johnston flat on his back with his legs in the air. Anyway, there's some quotes here from Fake Paul, which we'll finish on. Let's get to it. Fucking hell, man. Any second now. Really? Oh, man.
Obviously, we saw cruiserweight belts right next to you. Zerto, he's the champion. He's fighting on your undercard. Is there anybody else that's not named him or the winner of that fight that you'd potentially be fighting next, Jake?
Yeah, look, I mean, we're in discussions with a lot of names: Gervonta Davis, Anthony Joshua, Badu Jack, Ryan Garcia, KSI, Tommy Fury. So there's a lot of people on the hit list, but Badu Jack excites me a lot, and I definitely want to become world champion. So going after Zerto or Badu sounds like a good game plan to me.
But Canelo's still on the horizon. Obviously, you got a taste of all.
Okay, he ends up saying, yeah, I wouldn't want to go on Canelo as well. Cinnamon Bun can get it. So let's forget about that. Cinnamon Bun's busy with Hamza / Crawford 1 or 2 times, depending on if he wins. So forget about Carrot Top for now. What other names did he have? Tank Davis. Now, I'm not going to lie. At one point in time, I thought Tank will do, but I think Tank shit himself with Lamont. Yes, Lamont's very good, but there is... Weight classes do matter at the end of the day. They do. It doesn't matter how useless you are. Well, that's not true. I'd watch the fight, but Tank don't know. If Tank was still ferocious, if Tank was still living in the ghetto of Baltimore, I'd back him to beat Fake Paul. But I just think Tank's brand new, man. He's like, oh yeah, this is Diddy Grease, it's in my shot, right? Crying about the Diddy Grease in his eye, thinking, he looked like he's ready for a payday to lay down. So forget about, and he's too small. So forget about Tank. That would be shocking anyway. Why would you fight Tank? This is what I mean why he's a gimp. A freak. It's a weirdo, isn't he? Why would you want to fight a 130-pound man for when you're 220 pounds with a big dinner lady gut on you? It's just taking the Michael. So forget about Tank. The other names, Ryan Garcia. Again, he'll shit himself / get paid for some TikToks, right? If Fake Paul says, "Oh, bro, I'll do some TikTok videos with you, just jump on the floor," Ryan Garcia will jump on the floor. I don't trust him either. He can't even punch up 140-pound leaky deaky Rolly, right? So forget about Garcia as well. And he's too small. He's not much bigger than Tank. He got punched up by Tank. So forget about Ryan Garcia as well. What's wrong with this guy? It's weird, isn't it? Proper freaky deaky looking ass. Tommy. That's the worst one on the list. I'll take it though, because there's a chance Tommy does beat him. I'll take that. But that's the least one I want. I'll take it though. But at least that'll be a guy who's coming to win, right? I don't think Tommy will roll over because it's Fake Paul. But given enough money, I wouldn't put it past him. Yeah? Then man, they're tarmacking your nan's drive on the Never Never, right? So I'm not going to put it past Tommy to Fake Paul says, "Hey man, here's 10 large, here's 10 schmillions to jump on your back." Who here is putting it past Tommy's sort? I'm not. So forget about that as well. You got Johnston, Badu Jack, and Ramirez. Any one of them. The least favourable one for me is Badu Jack. That's the one that Fake Paul's honing in on, and I think that is the weak target. He's 40 years old. He's in a Dubai lifestyle. I don't know how hungry he is. You'd like to think he turns up. I don't think Ramirez will get paid off. I don't think Johnston would get paid off either. He's not like he needs another 100 mil, right? He's gonna make Johnston will make 100 mil for it not to be rigged. So if they say, "Oh, we'll give you 200 mil to jump on the floor and get knocked out by Fake Paul," yes, Johnston loves money. Get on my level, but does he? Come on, no one's gonna. Let me think about myself. YB, I'll pay you 100. Yeah, but it's different. I'm broke though. That's what I'm saying. I can't. Logically, I'd jump on the floor for 200 mil because I'm skint, right? That's like hitting the Euro million, so I'll get knocked out. It means nothing to me. I have no legacy in the game, right? But if I had 200 mil anyway, and I had some legacy in boxing, and someone said, "YB, you've got 200 mil anyway, we're going to pay you 100 mil anyway, or we can pay you 200 mil to jump on the floor," I wouldn't jump on the floor, honestly, because it's not going to change my life, right? At all. Whether I have 300 mil at the end or 500 mil at the end, because he's paid me an extra 200 million to get knocked out, it's not going to make a difference. So I don't think Johnston will go for that. Plus, he'd never live it. There'd be no Fury fight. There'd be nothing. It'd be a proper joke. If you thought Fraudley Harrison looked bad after his career, if Fake Paul knocked Johnson out, it's like another 2 or 3 orders of magnitude worse than Fraudley Harrison. Fraudley Harrison will look bad against David Haye, who went on to have some sort of light-skinned-ish career in boxing. Yeah. So yeah, I like AJ. I like Ramirez. Badu, I'll still back Badu to beat Fake Paul, but I do think there's more. Badu's never had. Unlike AJ, Badu's never had. He's probably worth 10 mil at the end of the day. 5-10 mil. He's probably made from boxing. So he's not starving to death. But Badu hasn't got that. I assume he hasn't. He hasn't got that, "Oh, I've got 200 million in the bank, so this plumber can get it." If they offered Badu Jack, "Hey bro, here's 50 mil to jump on the floor." Has he got it like that? He's 40. No one even knows him for him to have a bad legacy. Right, no one's gonna be like, "Oh, Badu Jack got knocked out by Fake Paul." It'll do the media circuit for a month, and it's not gonna be in the historic zeitgeist. So he can just take 50 mil and slink off to Dubai and just chill out there. Who cares? No one's gonna care as such. He's been world champion, but he's never been a. Yeah, he's another one of them lost 4-belt world champions. Really, Badu Jack. There's nothing. Fair play to him, he's doing better than me, but you get the point. It's not ringing. His name ain't ringing in the history books for me. I guess you could argue OIB, Ramirez could do the same thing. Ramirez is active though, I think the difference is. Ramirez is like 32 years old, I think he's even younger than that. Let's have a look. Gilberto Ramirez age. Oh, he's 34. So he's not as... But either way, he's not 40. He reasonably has another 3 years in the game. Although he might want to cash out. But yeah, I'd back. No, I just can't. Not Ramirez. I don't even think Badu Jack would sell out. But still, there's a risk of it, right? There's a risk in Ramirez, but there's no way. There's no way Ramirez is. Badu's been knocked out cold before. Cold years ago. Cold. So there's some plausible deniability. Ramirez, he's never been knocked down. Yeah. What's Fake Paul gonna do? It'll be stupid to watch. But I think that he said he's going for Badu. Badu has does he have the American appeal? He's got more appeal than Ramirez does. And that is the easiest of the list, in my opinion. AJ, Badu, and Ramirez. Badu's the easiest one on the list by quite a margin, in my opinion. He's not an idiot, but he ain't Ramirez, and he ain't Johnston. Johnston because of the weight. But if it's a fair fight, Badu wins every day. Badu wins at a canter. Fake Paul will have never seen nothing like it. Yeah, Badu will put belt to arse, honestly. That's what he'll do. He'll put belt to arse if it's not rigged. Anyway, let's hope the Johnston fight gets made quick as well. Let's get him in there ASAP, man. October, November 25. Let's get this on. Because I'll be licking my lips. If this fight is in the US as well, I'll be getting up for this fight. Johnson versus Fake Paul. Because Johnston, you thought Mbonga was bad. Fake Paul is no good. Honestly, I don't say that because you have to believe that Chavez didn't let his hands go. The minute he did, he was in the fight. That's what I'm saying. Like, how could you ever win a fight with not letting your hands go? So it's like these guys are told. For Mike Tyson as well, in that round 1 when he let his hands go, he won that first round easily. That's what I'm saying. A 60-year-old man won a round or two. I think he won the first 2 rounds in my book. So that shows you, if you throw your hands, you beat him. Tommy threw his hands, he beat him. These other guys like Chavez, El Coquez, just standing there, how are you going to win? The minute Chavez started letting his hands go, he won the round. So it's like, if you let your hands go, you beat this guy, he's no good. Let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like the bell 100%. There's no doubt about it, some people will stop it. Johnny.